And YouTube was It's your boy Zell back with another banger. In this video, Devin Haney will return to the ring in January 2025. The whole world wonders who his next opponent will be, and will Devin Haney ever be the same? Let's get it. First of all, Devin Haney is going to return to the ring in January 2025. It's confirmed by his father, Bill Haney, who is his promoter, most likely his manager, and his father. So Bill Haney confirmed that he's going to return in January. They thought about December, but they said December was too soon after he took a brutal loss to Ryan Garcia, a brutal 12 rounds, a grueling, brutal, suffocating 12 rounds to versus Ryan Garcia. But he came out okay. He came out a changed fighter, and he came out a meme fighter because the whole internet memed him. But it is what it is. That's what happened when you're on the top as a black fighter. You're going to get memed. But I hope that he's working on his game because I don't think what happened. I think what happened to him, he doesn't ever want to feel that again. So I hope he's working on his game. I hope that he's uh tweaking the kinks in his game, tweaking the overreaction, the probes, and working on holding the phone because he did a terrible job holding the phone versus Ryan Garcia, and he did a terrible job initiating his offense. Ryan Garcia exploited the holes in his offense. Got to give it to him. He exploited the holes in Devin Haney's game. Devin Haney pulled his. He has a bow and arrow jab. He drops his right hand when he jabs, and he doesn't throw with the right hand right after the jab. So, if you're gonna throw a weak punch versus a power punch and leave yourself vulnerable, he's going to exploit that. It would have been better for Devin Haney to just commit and throw the 1-2 because he's faster than Ryan. Um, it would have been faster if he threw the 1-2 and then turned him or some shit like that. That would have been a better game plan. But he came in there trying to use that jab. I mean, relying on his athleticism and his natural length and gifts because he still has longer arms than Ryan. But that didn't give him very far when Ryan was confident enough to just stand there and let himself be hit because he knew he was going to return fire with a more powerful punch. So whoever Devin Haney fights, um, they have a game plan to defeat him, or at least they think they do. And that leads me to my next point. Who will his next opponent be? He been in arguing with a lot of people on the internet, especially Ryan. Him and Ryan was going at it for a long time. He actually wanted to rematch Ryan, but the stipulation was Ryan had to join VADA ASAP. But guess what? Ryan did not want to join VADA, giving everybody the impression, or at least people with common sense and context clues, that Ryan still is doping. That's what that, like when someone challenges you to sign up to VADA to fight them and you say no, I'm going to think you a cheater, just like anybody else with common sense going to think you a cheater. But negotiations fell out with Ryan. I don't know when they ever going to fight again. Um, but I was thinking, I have a list of names: Rayo, Pitbull, Puelo, Tiafimo, or Rolly. And the reason I say this is because all these dudes have been world champions at the 140 division. First of all, Rayo, he's a champion right now. He beat Pitbull Cruz for the IBF belt, I believe. So I believe Rayo is the IBF champ. And Rayo is an exciting fighter. He a southpaw boxing who has power. Him versus Devin Haney would be interesting because Devin Haney would have to fight a more complete fight than he did against Ryan. I think Rolly's I think Rolly has a better skill set than Ryan. Of course, Ryan has a world class left hook, but that's about it. Rolly got two powerful hands. He could fight southpaw. He could box, and I think Devin Haney will have to be on his p's and q's versus that guy because Devin Haney is limited in the fact that he doesn't have power. He's a good boxer, but the fact that he doesn't have power means people don't fear or getting on his line. He got to learn how to make people pay for getting on his line and how to defend himself right after he makes them pay. And then I think he'll be levels above. But until then, he'll be vulnerable to people with good power. Um, Pitbull will be a great fight. I see him doing Pitbull just like how Rayo did Pitbull, boxing him, hitting him with uppercuts and turning him. That's really all it takes. And just protecting your chin. Don't let him land big shots because he's going to keep throwing them. So you got to get out the way. Don't stand still. Have good stamina against Pitbull because he's going to come for 12 rounds straight. And you got to get out the way for 12 rounds straight. Unknock him out. And it's hard to knock him out. So you got to land your shots, get out the way, and make him look crazy. You got to play the Matador versus Pitbull. He called himself a bull. And the only way to beat a bull is to play Matador, unless you're the bigger bull. And Devin Haney is not a bigger bull than Pitbull, so Devin Haney gonna have to play the Matador, much like Keyshawn Davis did against Lemos, much like Tank Davis did against Ron Garcia. You got to play Matador. You know, Devin Haney tried to be a bull versus Ron Garcia, who was the big bull, and it failed. Sometimes you got to learn to be the Matador and use the bull aggression and momentum against him, like how Keyshawn Davis kept making Gustavo Limos running the hard punches, or how Tank kept making Ron Garcia running the hard punches, or how Tank kept making Rolly running the hard punches. Devin Haney got to learn how to be the Matador, and he's been a Matador his whole life. I'm saying now he's been the Matador his whole life, but today that day he just wanted to be the bull for some odd reason, and it backfired on him. We got Puelo. I see Devin Haney beating Puelo quite easily. Puelo he's a fight. He stalls fights. He spoils fights. He's a fight spoiler. I got Devin Haney beating him quite easily, jabbing, getting him out of there. Don't let him clinch. Um, and Devin versus Rolly would be a good fight. Rolly was a world champ, but I think Devin dominates Rolly. Only thing Rolly has is power. If he hits you with a hard shot, he can hurt you for sure. But Devin Haney, after fighting Ryan Garcia, I don't think he'll ever let somebody land some shit like that again. And if he does, that means he didn't care about it enough. And the most important fight for Devin Haney at 140 is Teofimo Lopez. And I'm sure everybody agrees with me. Everybody, there was been supposed to fight. I'm talking about Teofimo. Instead of fighting Cambosos, he should have fight Devin. If he fought Devin, who knows? Maybe he don't get the L on his record, and maybe he don't lose all his belts because he was ducking. But when you duck, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Karma catches up to you, and Karma was Camboso's right hand. So Teofimo Lopez tried to bully Cambosos and ran into Karma, and ended up on his knees. And that's what happened when you disrespect the sport, and you duck and you pick and choose. Just like how Canelo pick and choose, he ran into the wrong one. In Bevo, if you cherry picking, you probably gonna run into the wrong one. You know, and will Devin Haney ever be the same? I'm sure everybody want to know that. I don't think he'll ever be the same, really. I don't. I think he'll be better, honestly. And by better, I mean more defensively responsible, more punishing on offense. That fight he lost should make him want to be more offensive, or at least counter better and make people respect his power. Because Ryan didn't. Ryan just kept jumping on his line and throwing hard punches, and Devin Haney didn't know how to respond. Devin Haney need to learn how to deal with with a lot of punches coming at him. And he need to tie up, whether he need to, you know what I mean, turn you, whether he need to work the body or use that body jab. He got to learn how to slow you down. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Let me know what y'all think, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Till next time.